Hey, what's going on, guys? Joel Tavares here. You're watching DualShockers TV on DualShockers.com. I'm here with Mr. Al Zamora. We just spent an entire day checking out video games, and one of the appointments that we had throughout the day was actually going to the office of Nintendo and checking out their holiday lineup. Pretty much their fall, holiday to early 2016 lineup.
Yeah, they actually gave us a cool timeline with the whole thing. Is March, everything from September all the way into 2016. Which is pretty interesting.
And we got a chance to kind of like pick and choose, you know, what we wanted to check out while we were there. Some of this stuff we did already have some previews up from E3, but it was nice to get more personal, hands-on time with these games.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, we walked into the room, and the first thing that, you know, I'll start with is we saw lots of amiibos, lots of Skylanders. Amiibos aren't going away. They're here to stay.
Yeah,
they're going to make more and more of them. They're trying to integrate them into more games, which is good. I mean, if you're going to pay 10, 15 bucks for an amiibo or try to kill someone for it, you know, whatever the case might be.
You want to make sure you're using it at least.
At least, or you keep it in the box, the mint. But it was cool. We got to see the Skylanders slash amiibo. So these are actually figures that can go into both games. So kind of an interesting feature. So obviously Nintendo exclusive. They had Donkey Kong and Koopa, and it was pretty cool. Like, it's actually very simple. The base of the toy, actually, you turn a dial and it goes from Amiibo to Skylander. Boom! Like, anybody could do it. And it comes with vehicles that go into the Skylanders, the new version where you have vehicles and they play right into the game, fit the genre,
and they definitely fit that whole Skylanders mold of, hey, you're going to need a couple of these if you want to play the whole game.
Yeah, they didn't want to talk about it. They only made 2 right now, but it doesn't make sense that, you know, obviously there's multiple elements of the game, or elements in the game. So, you know, you have fire, leaf, water, it's magic. Right now, they only have 2. So I can guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, there'll be a few more that'll be coming out in the near future, most likely.
And I guess people that are playing these games, playing the Skylanders and stuff like that, is something they've come pretty much accustomed to since the beginning.
Listen, in order to play a Skylanders game, you buy a starter set, and then you're just throwing money at the game because you want to open up this part of the stage and that part of the stage, and this guy is unique and that guy is new, and that's how they get you. And adding in Nintendo just sweetens the pot and adds that amiibo flavor, and it's off to the races.
Yeah. So yeah, and speaking of amiibo, it's cool because we saw integration of it in another game. Another very big game for Nintendo, so we got a chance to check out Super Mario Maker. That one's due out in almost like 2 months from now. So that one's actually that one's just around the corner. But we saw how people can actually use the amiibos that they create and use them as almost like a level skin. Right. So I can edit a level. I can use this Zelda amiibo that I purchased, and I can now you play the level that I created. You could play it with that Zelda amiibo, even though you don't actually own it.
Right.
So how cool is that?
That's a game it's going to be interesting. It's going to be something that's going to be driven, I think, by the community. It's going to be kind of like that Little Big Planet type game where the community is going to make it live or breathe. I mean, we saw some sick levels that were made. One guy made it where it was almost impossible to finish, where he was jumping off of missiles and flying and ducking, and it was like cringeworthy watching him play. And then watching that little integration with the amiibos and just the little touches that Nintendo knows how to do, just to give you just enough to hook you into that.
And it definitely has that Nintendo charm. It's only 8-bit, but it definitely has that Nintendo charm. They know exactly what they're doing.
But it was a funny moment because we went from 8-bit Mario, and then he switched the stage, and we went to Super SNES Mario, and it was like a cool moment for me. I was like, whoa, we just went from 8-bit to like 16-bit, and it blew my mind. And it was like so simple.
Yeah, that's all it really takes. Now, one of the cool things too, I just noticed all the little details that they have where you can actually, the level of editing available in Mario Maker is so in depth. It was astounding. You could literally take a mushroom and put it into a cannon fire and shoot out more mushrooms, and it's so crazy how in depth the editing tools are. And it's funny that you mentioned Little Big Planet. I could definitely see a community like that getting behind it. But one of the cool things that they did mention was, no matter how hard the levels are, if the creator can't finish it, it will not publish.
Which is awesome, because you don't want those scumbag creators to just be like, listen, I'm going to make a level so devious that no one can beat it.
Right.
Well, so you take that level and you put it in your pipe and smoke it, because it's not going to get onto the game.
put it in your green Nintendo pipe. So yeah, also, I mean, we also had a chance to check out Star Fox. Well, I played hands-on with Star Fox. I don't mean to piggyback off of what we already had written up on the site, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if I'm a believer just yet. Again, it was a lot of disconnecting the big screen to the small screen. I think the small screen integration is cool, on the gamepad. I don't know if it's the right way. Which is
odd to me. Which is odd. Why you're supposed to utilize the gamepad and the Wii U gamepad to make it better? Like, I know. To make the more experience.
For me, it was actually a more confusing experience.
Right. It detracted from what you were trying to do.
It took away from the experience. I couldn't enjoy Star Fox. And one of the things that we mentioned when we had left the demo, or at least what I thought would have made it better was, why don't you just put the HUD down there and just let me enjoy. This
let me enjoy
Star Fox world that you made, and if I want to look down and see my ammo or my life support for my ship and stuff like that, I can see it down on the gamepad. I'm not a believer in the way it's done right now. It felt rough. It felt rough. It didn't. For me, it did not have that Nintendo polish that I'm used to. But maybe, again, that's just me. Maybe, and again, this is early still, right?
It's still early.
It's still early. Things can change.
Nintendo's not playing games. They're showing us things very early this time. They are opening up their cards. Just kind of segueing out of Star Fox, we got to play what we were lovingly calling Zelda Diablo. So that was an interesting time.
Yeah, that's Zelda. I forgot
the Triforce.
Triforce Heroes. I'm sorry, I had to look down at that. Yeah, Zelda Triforce Heroes. It was funny because it's like you get like that Diablo feel where you're like kind of like raiding temples and stuff, but it's very heavy on puzzle solving. And you're only as good as your weakest link. And I was horrible and causing Brian Crescente from Polygon a lot of grief. But it was a lot of fun.
I think that was the key. It was like just watching you guys play. You guys were having more fun with that than a lot of the games that a lot of people play today. It was so simple and on DSs, and you guys were just having a blast.
And that's Nintendo, right? That's what Nintendo's all about, right? And that's what it's not couch co-op, but we're in the same room playing playing one game together, and I think that game with the puzzle solving and really working together as a team, that game has it. Right. So I think that's a big one to watch out for. If you have a 3DS XL, you're getting that game. You're a Zelda fan. You got a 3DS. You're getting that game.
Zelda nostalgia. It's got the puzzles. It's got the gameplay.
You're getting that game. It looks awesome. Yeah. It looks awesome. It plays awesome, and that's gonna be a great time. Yeah. And then we close things out with a game that
confused everyone.
I think even Nintendo.
We're not sure if it's part of Metroid. We're not sure if it's part of itself.
It might be part of Metroid. It is part of Metroid. I'm checking with my cameraman. He's waving yes.
People are saying yes. We're getting confirmation.
All I know is that it's a game mode inside of Metroid Federation Force, and it plays a lot like Rocket League,
but with robots,
with mechs, with I don't know.
It literally was Rocket League. Just take the cars out and put little mechs
that don't run
and score goals. And that was it. I was like, I just can't believe
the goal gets smaller and smaller as you score more points, but yeah. So, again, I'm sorry, Metroid fans. I know that there's that petition I heard about earlier.
Now today. I understand.
I get it.
At first, I thought you guys were crazy, but now I understand.
I get the frustration. I understand it now.
Blast Ball has no.
It wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a bad game. It was a lot of fun.
Let's stop there. It's Rocket League, which if you haven't played that, also a fun game. Download that for free. PSN, Xbox Live, whatever you want, PC. Fun game, but it was the exact same game. That was the crazy part.
It was so crazy too, because that game had literally just released digitally,
a week ago.
And all of a sudden, now we've got this game. But yeah, no, it was a nice fun mode.
And the thing is, I don't know. I guess I understand the petition. How dare they put a Metroid name on that?
Listen, I don't get involved.
I'm just a guy, but I'm saying.
It was fun. What we played was fun.
What we played was fun.
We didn't get
it wasn't Metroid. It wasn't Metroid.
We didn't get to actually play the other mode. That's all we played was that one game mode.
But we think it's in Metroid.
We think it's in Metroid. It may or may not be in Metroid.
It may or may not be involved. We don't know. Maybe not.
Well, although here's one thing that I can say walking away from this event. If you got a DS.
They're priming you right now.
They're really priming you. You got nice games coming up. And if you're on the Wii U, Star Fox is a little rough. I think if you're a Skylanders Amiibo fan, you're about to have a lot of fun.
It's they showed a lot of things, and one thing that I like, it's that Nintendo, like I said, they introduced these Amiibos. At first, they didn't talk too much about them. Now they're slowly integrating them into more and more things. and it gives people a reason to say, yeah, let me go out and get them. You know, what I hate is when a company introduces like a gimmick or a fad and then totally drops it. They jumped on this wagon and they're pushing it. They're trying to make it and push it to the next level. So I think if you have a 3DS XL or you haven't gotten one, there's a lot of reasons to get it out there, and Nintendo's pushing. Again, they're not going crazy. They know their niche. They're sticking to it. Family friendly, family fun, nostalgia. I mean, I think that really.
And they nail it. And they nail it. So, guys, that was our day at Nintendo today. It was a nice little fall holiday and even early 2016 showcase, and we had a good time. Nintendo had a lot to show, and. It was good. So stay tuned. Obviously, you get reviews and more previews of all those titles we just mentioned on DualShockers. And he's Al. I'm Joel. You're watching DualShockers TV on DualShockers.com. We're out.